railroad infrastructure. Yugoslavia's on the war. Right. Yugoslavia, you want to join this war? Okay, there we go. Here now, we're gonna attack these guys here. We're gonna rush our way for their infrastructure points. Try to take over their supply hubs, which I think actually is like right here. I think these guys can honestly take like a very aggressive approach into Greece. Win the fight down here rather quickly? Assuming Greece, of course, doesn't join any faction. Italy, are you in a faction? No. Also, the Dutch don't want to join us. They don't like us. We're technically different ideology. Depending on how you want to look at things, sure. But look, I've captured your railroads. And without railroads... No, there's no railroad connection here. And our infrastructure here is actually also bad. We want to have you going by trucks. I want you guys going by trucks as well. Sorry to my allies over here. I'm going to reduce... Actually, I have trucks. I have enough trucks for this. It's actually not that big of a deal. Move my way over to Athens. We also want... Let's look at the railroads for now. We need to take Thessalonica to actually connect these areas up. But instead of doing that, I'm going to build a railroad from Albania. And we're just going to connect it to the Greek railroad system from the north. And then we don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about taking Thessalonica. We can just connect the railroads here. But until that happens, you guys are going to have a little bit of a difficult situation. Getting the supplies you need. Okay, I'm going to try to join the Comintern. I'm going to get him at war with the Japanese. No, get him at war with the Chinese, actually. Not with the Japanese. Get some encirclements, but again, these units are not supplied. Under old Hearts of Iron 4 mechanics, these guys would be absolutely A-okay. But we need to wait for these railroads to be finished. This area is done. We're going to have to wait for you. No, it's going to take a few days. Again, either we take Thessalonica in order to connect these railroads together to bring our supplies in, or we build a brand new railway going down south. I'm opting to build a new railway and hoping that works out, or we capture a port and then bring supplies in that way as well. So either capture a port or connect and build a railway station. Those are really our only options at the moment. Supplies are going okay. Yeah, so we've now connected these railroads up, I think. Canada, I think, is actually going to be Canada independence. See how that goes for them. They don't want to join our faction, which is a little bit sad. I'm a little bit heartbroken about that. But I think that's basically everyone we could theoretically invite into our faction, so I guess we don't really care about that too much. I really wish we can... Ep.5's not a faction with the King of Poland. I really wish I would at least bypass this focus. Fortunately, that is not the case. We'll get our free factories off of you. Hey, Norway's accepted. That's nice. Right in day 6. Oh, they need to be converted into our railroad networks. Okay. Taking Thessalonica, which again should mean that supplies are going to flow over here a little bit nicer than they have been. Excellent news for us. Again, Greece is not going to be lasting too long. I'm happy that Greece has decided not to join the Comintern. Otherwise, we would have a much harder time on our hands. Let me just put it that way. Which would be sad. Six days on you. Railroads are not built quite yet. Do I want to build more units? The answer is probably yes. Let's go for like another 24 stack. We do need to get some more manpower recruited soon. We're only gonna have you on 1 combat with for now. You guys have, like, no supplies. Don't have full control of the state. You're getting a supply hub at Tika. I think it's somewhere over here. You guys are very, very much dead. How's the Italian front going? You've almost connected the French line, so that's nice. No, that's at least something. No, whole position right now? Ah, nah, screw it. By attack. Even if our supplies are terrible. 2 more days, and then you will be on the right railway gauge. Should mean that you are now going to get better supplies. Bring some more trucks down here to supply you. Same with this province. Bring trucks here. And we're going to reduce our motorized levels around to you. Just I don't want to give you so many of my trucks. Like, you can give yourself trucks, right? I don't think you need to worry about that at all. Even then, they're actually still taking some pretty bad attrition. We can invite China into our faction, which would get us at war with the Soviets and the Japanese. I think that would be a bad decision. I don't want to go to war with the Soviet Union right now. I think it would, one, it'd prolong a war in Greece. Where's my Air Force? Yeah, give me the air superiority I need. Reduce them as much as we possibly can. Again, I know supplies are bad units. That supplies could be better for our army in the field. Are we missing guns? Oh, 500. That's not a big deal at all. Yeah, but the November Alliance is looking pretty good. They actually be regular battle plans for right now. And also, our armies that I have deployed against Germany don't even make any sense anymore. Your guys' plan here. Put you here, and your job is going to be pushing away towards Crimea. Again, when that war actually occurs, which I'm hoping to avoid for at least a little bit. Supplies capped at 15, huh? I don't think increasing motorization level is going to actually fix anything with you. As unfortunate as that is, how close is Germany to also superseding us? They're getting closer, but still have a decent ways to go. How about as our supplies? It's a negative 63.5% on our breakthrough, which is pretty substantial. So it actually probably makes sense for us to stop attacking. Split the army in half. Just send them up north for now. Because a negative 67% is bad. We can improve our supply condition down here. Our breakthrough is still negative 61. Okay, whole position again. Could actually get another army bonus as well. There we go. Prepared defense is now finished. Yeah, so you have slightly better supplies. And now it's only a negative 57%. Which is also not very good. I know, crazy. We could go for the 1940 infantry techs. I definitely will take those. 4% superiority now. Not great. What's your plan? Your plan is obviously to attack us, and that's not going to work. Okay, Suriname. Oh, the Dutch have lost to the British. They're now a British puppet state. I'm not too sure why they attacked the Belgian or the Dutch. I find that to be a very, very strange scenario. Let me just put it that way. But again, these guys are trying their best. They're trying to push their way into Italy. They've got the gumption. They've got that can-do spirit. This plan. I'm going to attack. I'm going to force my attack my way in and see if that actually makes a big difference or not. We are taking a 65% penalty. You're actually getting navally invaded by the Danish. From multiple different directions. Love to see it. And of course, we're going to go for another level of battlefield support. Thank you. And I don't want China in our faction. Maybe at some point in the future, it'll be worthwhile. I think right now the answer is definitely no. Beating its terrain, combat with enemy. Okay, Soviets declared war on Iran as well. Everybody's at war with Iran. They would have, you know, accept our invitation to a faction. The Corfu Cooperative. With Portugal. Who's the leader here? Greece. Which means if we kill Greece, it will also... Okay, France has accidentally had troops in southern Greece. So, you know, I'm glad to see that. Oh no, Portugal's got involved in the war as well. Who cares? I don't think it matters. We're not... Wait, we're probably against the Soviet Union. Yeah, we're not at war with the Soviets. And they've actually landed troops down there as well. Now there's only 3 divisions here, so this should be easier for us to actually clean out. Thank you, France, for bringing our units. Afghanistan is now at war with the Soviets as well. I'm surprised that they haven't made their own faction yet. Or even, like, joined up with, like, Greece or something weird like that. And Rock's been puppeted. Probably will do the same thing to Iran very, very soon. Yeah, I'm assuming French supplies down here. Yeah, they seem fine. Yeah, it's like you would still accept an invitation to the faction, but it really doesn't make any sense. It would literally just get us killed. Alright, but did this finish yet? No, it'll be done in November. I'm curious again to see how they actually work. Try to push our troops into your capital. Go for air superiority. Does reduce our cap to 140, but again, still 40 more points than you would see in the base game. So I'm completely accepting of that. It's a war economy. It's pretty good. Go construction 3. France, I would love you were to invade us from the north. Yeah, because you're 58%. I mean, if you lose Athens, that should be the end of it. That's why war goal against Spain. No, that wouldn't really do anything. We'll see if maybe France decides to invade Portugal. Portugal does have their colonies down the south. So if France takes over, I think, this province, that would count as war score against Portugal. And they would collapse when Greece collapses. Sure, Spain. Let's have a non-aggression pact. Well, the Spanish direction, right? The fascists in Spain will have a non-aggression pact with them. And it looks like our allies are doing a very, very good job down in Italy. Do another force attack. Again, we need to kill Athens for obvious reasons. Patras is about to fall. And I mean, the troops defending Athens, they don't have a lot of organization left. They should. 98, 99. Athens has fallen. Portugal also actually capitulated at the same time. You'd love to see it. So Bulgaria. You can have Thrace. I think that seems like a completely reasonable thing for you to have. The rest of you. I mean, France, I think it makes sense for you to get their colonies. I mean, who else would take them? I guess technically maybe the Germans, but I think that seems reasonable given the situation. Portugal, the rest of you, we will just... Oh yeah, no, France, you also get that province there. Do they have anything else? They got East Timor. And again, France is really the only colonial power in our faction, so... End the turn there. And France can take Macau. But I think that's all of Portugal's colonies, if I'm not mistaken. We'll just puppet Portugal. The rest of you will puppet Greece. Is there anything else we'd really want to do with you? I don't think so. You don't have any claims. I mean, actually, Bulgaria does have claims on you. Can I don't have straight transfer still on. I would have given this to... Actually, I can set owner. Bulgaria. They have a claim on it. There we go. Love to see it. Bulgaria, you can have those lands that you claimed for yourself. I'm completely okay with that. Whereas these units, we want you... I was going to say put you in Italy, but I don't think that actually would make any sense. I'm going to put you on the line with Lithuania. And try to kill them as quickly as we possibly can. And again, we can invite people who would absolutely get us involved in the war with the Soviet Union. But I'm out. Wait, there's nobody in the Soviet Union right now. Very interesting. Incredibly interesting, actually. Also, Greece is now just red forever. Do we invade the Soviets? I mean... I'm leaning towards a yes on this. I mean, they have a very, very large border. And they want to invade the... Well, the thing is, if we bring Iran to the alliance, if we get some war with the British, I don't think we want to do that. But if we were to bring... The thing is, like, you're at war with Japan. But Japan shouldn't actually matter so much, I think, in a war. Okay, Iran's fallen. We got you are owned by the Comintern. Iran's owned by the Allies. And that's okay. But I mean, I'm looking at the situation, and what I'm looking at is a Soviet Union that's completely undefended. So maybe we'll wait until the war with Italy is over. And then prepare for a war against the Soviets. I mean, to me, that makes sense. Right? Like, that makes sense to everybody else, right? That we should invade the Soviet Union when they have no troops on the border. Strikes. 125 political power. I think it's 75 on that. I forget what strikes are about. I think it's... Is it low stability? It might be low stability. Italy right now is at 37%. I think most people's holding on their capital. Even though they don't have troops. They have no men on the border. Like, if there's... It can still screw you over. I mean, yeah. But, like, when would the Soviets ever screw us over? Yeah, well, there goes Italy. They're now dead. Again, I think it mostly just makes sense for France to take over all their colonies. Give this to the French as well. There you go, France. Have all this land. Yugoslavia. You can take over this province and Istria. Now I can't even give you all that land. I mean, we're only getting 3 per frickin' click. You know, take Albania as well. Why not? Follow that up with Greece, who is down here. We're going to give you this province, and we're going to give you roads. Territories I think it makes sense for you to occupy. 9 points for a puppet. Okay, that's rather cheap. I will also give France. You can have this. Yeah, I'll give France Sardinia. There we go. The November Alliance. My thoughts, though, on this is that my thought process is it has to be better if we have a full alliance with basically all of Europe aligned. This has to be the best time to invade the Soviet Union. I cannot see a better time than now to strike. You've got a fantastic little alliance going on here. I think we do it. I'm going to do it. Invite Afghanistan, invite... Well, also technically that was the Japanese, but I'm not as worried about that. November Alliance. I'm gonna join your war. Means all of my units are now going to immediately start the invasion. I'm going to call everybody into the war. I mean, China's almost dead, but having them actually be in our faction means that they will provide resistance for a long, long, long time. I don't know how long it'll be before... Oh, here comes the entirety of our vassal swarm. Well, allied swarm. Because let's see, they have 91 of 243 divisions. We have 735. Yeah, that's not counting Japan in that list. But I mean, those numbers to me seem pretty good. By the way, for me to form the Commonwealth, more than 80%. Get that done, I think. Do another 24 stack. I am going to assign you to the... Again, I can't really send troops to Afghanistan. I'm gonna send you like right here, and you're gonna spearhead your way to... Let's spearhead your way to here. But we need to make sure our units have the supplies that they need. Oh, I was gonna say being at peace resets all these, but it actually does not. Let's make sure all of our forward bases are as motorized as possible.